Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
And we are underway in Buffalo. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That'll be complete to Breida. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. And again, it's Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now Allen again.
5-yard line.
Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Bass is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. but if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. But he winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he fires one that's intercepted. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the first quarter here tonight. Allen now looks to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. To the air. Allen is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Again, they'll throw with Allen. This will be caught at about the 6. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will extend their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now Allen, and that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 49 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. And out of bounds right around the 20. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Down, Chiefs.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And Mahomes opting to keep this one. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Pick up on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go. Take it to the house. You know what it is. Take it to the house. Let's bring it in.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to pull loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Chris Jones is truly a force, and it doesn't matter what uniform he's going to have on. If he's on that side of the ball, you better double and triple team him. In 2018, the first player in NFL history to have a sack in 11 straight games. And while he didn't play all 16 in 2019, still had 9 sacks on the season and was an absolute beast during the playoffs.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Allen. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First down. 1st and 10.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Allen to throw once more. Flush to his right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
At the Chiefs' 4-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Allen, this will be caught at about the 5. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. From the gun, Allen. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Greg Olsen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Bills 24, Chiefs 14.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach... And
Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Tyler Bass, the kickoff for Buffalo.
The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes. Escaping the play. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And there's a sack by Jerry Hughes, and I wonder how many times it goes through his head that in his youth, he was playing offense and trying to avoid the fate that he's putting on quarterbacks play in and play out. He's a guy who knows how to get to the quarterback with speed and with power.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. The veteran Mario Addison in there to drop him for a loss.
One of the impressive parts of Mario Addison's resume as he pads it there with another sack is that his consistency is evident. Since 2016, he's recorded at least 9 sacks in each season. Hard to block as he applies pressure off the edge.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On play action, Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first down.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. That's to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a
crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 8.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Once again, it's Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. They'll try it now with Swift. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida.
Number 20.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now a carry for Swift. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. And he'll be tackled inside his own 15. The decision to bring it out cost him some yardage.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They go play fake. Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big gainer there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw is Allen. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Buffalo, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. Shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that. Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, how did you disappear all in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count it for and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. 'Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power. Hey, look at my dogs. Way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I live it ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did you let it go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with